So, today we are going to be reading this book called Shingebiss. This is going to be a great book, and the introduction, okay? And oh boy, also known as a Chippewa, learned how to adapt the harsh climate of the Great Lakes and the surrounding region by closely watching the birds and animals to see how they survive. This Obley legend tells how this little Shimbiss, the Merganser duck, found the way to overcome the cold and survive the winter. The Obley believe that every living thing imparts a scared teaching. Shimbiss, also called the diver, teaches several lessons. The importance of a conversation, resourcefulness, and perseverance. Shimbiss is actually a spirit teacher who can assume a human form at any given time. Thus, in this story, Shimbiss may look like a duck but behave in some ways like a human. It may seem odd to think of a duck living in a wigwam and sitting by a fire. It isn't the opposite way. Transformation to the ability to change back and forth from animal or bird to man is accepted by all native people. Obley stories are not like the European fairy tales or fables, which were human-made and serve as a form of environment. The tales of the Obley alive are like spirits, and they have been passed down to each generation from China each time. So this is going to be a great story. I haven't read this actually. He, Shimbiss, so bold and free, was duck or man as he might please him. In his darky wigwam, he could not freeze, but 4 small logs in the winter fro he to burn to keep him warm. Yet out of a heart, no fear he knew, laughed at the winter's raging storm. Benjamin Hathaway, 1882. It's a long time ago. So this author passed away, or maybe not, because these are probably what he wrote. It says what he wrote, but the author says this. So let's get started. During the moon of freezing over the earth, when winter maker blows his icy breath across the land, but all the bravest birds fly inside. Animals, both large and small, seek warmth whenever they can often go hungry. For snow-covered ground and frozen waters make it hard to find enough to eat. But there is one small being who faces the wind of the great winter maker, the one who knows how to pluck fish out of screaming water. It is Shimbiss, the diver, who once challenged the Kamon again, winter maker in the way back time. So this was a long time ago. This is the duck right here. He's trying to challenge someone. I heard like the bird. In Shimbiss, the way back time that Shimbiss lived in a wigwam made of bark, tucked in between small pines. His wing, small but cozy, rested near the waters of the Great Lake Superior, which was full of fish for Shimbiss to eat. My favorite place that I heard but never been to is called the Great Lake Superior, and this is probably the Great Lake Superior, but back in time. During the warm months of spring and summer, Shimbiss glided across the deep blue waters, dipping here and there, catching minnows as they skipped near the surface. When autumn chilled the air, Shimbiss could dive below, swimming like a brook between the waters. He could always find plenty to eat. Even in winter, Shimbiss could fish for Lake Superior is too much large to freeze over as most lakes do. So these are the fishies in this page, and more fishies on this page. So this is Shimbiss, if you forgot, and he's gonna eat it. He eats it, like this is like, I'm ready to eat, and then he dives in. So this is like gonna be really cool story, but I think this is like, we're using like most of my social studies words that I use in school. Like, isn't that crazy, guys? Spread a little love. And they're disappearing. Next page. But once in the spirit moon, the first moon of winter in the deep snow, the chilling breath of the camel can froze the winters of the Great Lake Super River. Even the moose could now cross the baddest lake without breaking the ice. It was sorted as told. In his lodge, Shimbiss had but 4 logs to keep him warm. 4 logs. 4 logs, like 1, 2, 3, 4. If staffs were logs. All right. For one each cold winter month, he did not want to starve during his harsh season, as so many others might. What he needed so fiercely, Shimbiss entered outdoor to face the great wind of the winter maker. Kyrmagin roared a warning. Whoosh! Go back inside, little duck. There's no food out here. So, this is the Kyrmagin right here. He's saying, get inside. There's no food for you at the Lake Super River now. So, this is kind of, it's another bird, but it's an aggressive bird. But Shimbiss was not afraid. Hardly and free, he set forth. Wah wah, wah wah, made his down to the edge of the frozen lake. Soonly, he made his way across the ice toward a patch of frozen rushes. He tugged on the tall stalks and yanked them up, making a hole, like a circle hole, with a black screen on it to make sure that it looks like a hole. Like if this was a hole, like this is that hole, but if it's a cut, like this window over there, it would be a hole, I think. So, anyway, making a hole in the ice just big enough for her small body. Quickly, he dove the opening and got his fish for supper. Then, away to his lodge he went. Wah wah, wah wah, dragging his fish behind him. Inside his dig worm, with his first log burning brightly inside, Shimbiss ate his dinner. Oh, this one got turned on fire. Let's wait for these other 3. I wonder what page where they go. Outside, Winter Maker roared and screamed beneath the first moon of winter. He did not like so beaming, showing no fear, until this great wind blew and blew for many days, until deep drifts of snow covered the tiny wigwam. Shimbiss, hearing the great wind outside, moved closer to the fire for his warmth. After many days, the storm ended. Clever Shimbiss used his webbed feet to dig a tunnel through the heavy drifts. After much work, he crawled up and out to the bright December morning. Happily, he ruffled his ears to shake off the snow. This is kind of actually like perfect because it's like the season that we're on right now. We're about to move on to snow, but it's like half fall and winter, so it's kind of like a little bit cold outside, but no snow. The snow used to be there for like only like 3 days and then disappeared. Anyway, then he set forth, wah wah, wah wah, down to the edge of the frozen lake. Just as before, he pulled up reeds, then dove into the hole for the fish. And once again, he returned home to his fish and trailing behind him. Look at that. He actually looks like this person. Like, do you guys remember this aggressive baby here? I call him baby. All right. Next page. However, during the second moon of winter, the great spirit moon, Shimbiss, had no fish to eat. This time, when winter maker howled and roared, he coated the deep snow with ice sticker. In the deep snow with ice thicker than the trunk of old cedar, ice so thick that Shimbiss was unable to break through it. All the while, Shimbiss grew hungrier and hungrier, with only the warmth of his second log to comfort him. But finally, one quiet morning, the ice storm left. Dun dun dun. Good. Kind of good. I don't know if it's good or bad. And Shimbiss discovered that he could roll his strong beak to hook to the ice. Pick, pick, pick! Pick, pick, pick! He hooked out of the wigwam, then hurried, wah, 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 down to the ocean lake again. He rushes and makes a hole in the ice, dove in. At last, he brought his fish home for supper. So there's only 3 left because the other one disappeared. So there it is, our second one. We gotta speed this up, okay? I'm gonna talk fast, but I can't show you the images. His big one, he ate hungrily. Then he carefully placed his third log to the glowing coals. It was now the third moon of winter, the stingy moon, the tough month when all the animals hold up. No creature dared to venture outdoors this time. So I'm getting a little bit tired, so we can continue this on our next video later. So it's kind of boring right now, so I've been reading for like hours. Thank you so much for watching me for listening to this 11-minute reading. I'll see you in my next book and my next video.